Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, give all praises and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakatash, the one is to Apostle GMS. Salutations to you, I can push this word with truth and sincerely. Today I'm going to go into a topic, a response to the elder from GMS South Carolina. A video that he did. He made good points when he went on this guy, this bugged out, I'm gonna play the video a bit. Why does Jake, and he has said the name before, but he always just says the I don't even want to say it, man, the C, but I don't know why Jake is so concerned and want to save all the nations, when really the scriptures, the Lord chose the 12 tribes of Israel, which are these so-called Negroes, so-called Mexicans, so-called Native Americans, so-called Puerto Ricans. You are the 12 tribes of Israel. This book is for us. It's not for the other nations. Neither is the salvation for the other nations. I don't know why, Jake. Man, this topic has went out many of times, talked about, the scriptures talk about it. Salvation is for Israel. But I'm going to play the video and we're going to get into the scriptures,
Brothers and sisters, so the reason why I say that is because there's two things I want to talk about quickly. One, there's not going to be no pre-trib rapture, and two, the Hebrew Israelite camp. Okay, check this out. We'll start with the Hebrew Israelite and why I said shalom, because first of all, that's how you greet people. Okay, according to the Bible, in Hebrew, that's how you greet people. Yes, I know that first of all, I'm Cuban. Okay, but yes, I know that I'm from the tribe of Judah or Benjamin or one of them. I could care less. The point is, I know that Christ died for all of us. Yeshua died for all of us. That's whites, blacks, Puerto Ricans, Asians, okay? That's why even, and for those of you who say, he didn't die for the people that crucified him, you're an idiot. Because even those people, when he was on that cross, he said, Father, forgive them for what they know not what they do. Come on, man. I don't even got the Bible right now. I'm just preaching from the word. I'm just saying, he literally said that. He knew all these people was trying to crucify him and kill him. And yet he still said, Father, even when Stephen was when the Sanhedrin was stoning him, or before they stoned him, he even said, Father, hold not this sin to them, or something like that. The very people that was stoning him. Okay? And you got to understand, Paul was preaching to all nations. He wasn't just preaching to one tribe. He was preaching to all nations. So that's what the Hebrew is like, because I'm getting them comments and I'm getting those people that's in my inbox and stuff saying, are you from this tribe? And I'm like, what? Man, get out of here, bro. Why y'all hate other people so much? That's not of God. So that's that. Let me end with that, because it's going to get me frustrated, okay? That's going to get me frustrated.
All right, Shalom.
He said the whites, this and that, that he came to save. The Lord did not die, was not crucified, for everyone, man. First and foremost, he died for his sins, and he died for the elect, Because if you could receive, which that's for another topic, but Yahushai was King Solomon. We know what happened with King Solomon, man. And you could receive that, because there's such thing as reincarnation in the scriptures. But also going into that, man, the Lord did not. Well, he said that's completely off, man. And yeah, let's go to Salakia. This is Matthews 1. Yeah, Matthews 1:21. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahushai, for he shall save his people from their sins. you know? It said his people. It never mentioned no other nations. It didn't mention Esau, Moab. It didn't mention them, you know? And once again, he died for his and for the elect. Let me get this John 40 John 4 and 22. Ye worship, ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. Salvation is of the Jews, of Israel. It didn't mention other nations. Now we want to go into that. We could get. I'll get this one. This Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord, thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. You see, the Lord has chosen the children of Israel to be a special people, how you call it, unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Lord cares about his people, the 12 tribes of Israel, so-called Negroes, so-called Mexicans, so-called Native Americans, so-called Puerto Ricans. You are the true children of Israel, not them rats in our land right now, man, calling themselves the Jews. And I could get another one. This is Deuteronomy 14 and 2. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all the nations that are upon the earth. You see? Chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself. And the Lord is coming back to save who? The elect and the 1/3. And he's coming back to save Israel. But also, 2/3 of our people are going to get put to death because the Lord doesn't want everyone. It talks about it. That 2/3 of our people are going to be cut off and die. They're too much in wickedness, man. And they got to pay for all their iniquity. Now, he mentioned Paul. And he did say that Paul was preaching to all nations. But why was Paul preaching them? Why were they preaching to all nations? Because it's not for them. He wasn't preaching to all nations to tell the other nations that, hey, about this word. Yeah, we were he was spreading the gospel, but it was because Israel was among them other nations. Now we go into Ezekiel 36 and 19. And I scattered them among the heathen, and they were dispersed through the countries according to their way and according to their doings I judged them. That's why, because Jake was everywhere, man. And this gospel was being preached so they, the ones that were scattered amongst the nations could get the word and hear the word. Not for the nations to get it. This is Acts 11 and 19. Now they which were scattered abroad upon the persecution and arose about Stephen traveled as far as Phineas and Cyprus and Antioch, preaching the word to none but unto the Jews only. You see? He was preaching the word to the Israelites that were scattered amongst the other nations. I don't know why Jake always wants the other nations to be included. Jake always wants to save Esau, which are the so-called white men. Why they're always so concerned about the other nations, man? That's madness, man. And the salvation is only for Israel. This word is only for Israel. Because if we go into Psalms 147 and 19, he showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. It didn't say other nations, it said Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. So why would the other nations be included? The Lord has said that these other nations are like spittle. You know, he said that they're like a vessel that drop it from a bucket. They mean nothing. They're nothing. The Lord is only dealing with Israel. Yahushua was crucified. He died for his sins and for the elect. Not for all nations. Not for the Romans. Not for Esau. None of that, man. That's madness. That's not what the scripture says. The Lord died for his people. And the Lord is only dealing with Israel. And the statutes and commandments that are written in this book is only for Israel. And the Lord is coming to save his people, which is Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, 144,000. That is going to happen. Not the other nations. It didn't say other nations. It didn't talk about Esau. They didn't talk about Moab. Now we get this one. Getting it off with this one. There's Isaiah 45 and 17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. He shall not be ashamed, nor confounded the world without an end. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord. The Lord is coming back to save the elect and the 1/3. They are Israelites. Not all nations. The Lord didn't die for all nations. That's complete madness. Stop trying to save Esau, Moab, and these other nations. Because this is not about them. This is about Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. And this bug out is just spilling out madness, like all the other bug outs that are out there. Completely just misleading the word and misleading the flock, man. That's why many brothers do videos on type of dudes like this, man. Because it's misleading the flock, man. And that's a dangerous thing, man. To do that, if you don't know about the scriptures and what you're saying, you shouldn't be saying anything because you're playing a dangerous game. This is the word of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, man. And if you mislead the flock, the Lord is going to deal with you, And if this man don't repent and get right, hey, the Lord is going to destroy him, man. For spelling out this madness. And Jake always trying to save all the other nations, especially Esau. They're always so trying to save Esau, man. And that's another thing. The Lord said that he hates Esau, man. Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. The Lord hates Esau. But that's all I want to go into a response video on this, this madness. But Lord willing, this video was edifying. Give all praises and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahushai Ba'ashim HaKadash, the one is to Apostle GMS, and salutations to you. I can push his word with truth and sincerely. Till next time, Shalom.